Hi guys, welcome back to day 3 of the Cat's Tail Gathering Tournament 2024 Season 2. So, I don't actually have much else to say. Let's hop right into it. Alright, so for game number 1, we're going up against Yelan Magic here, or Yelan OTK. Basically Yelan, Station and Sinora. So, as always, I'm just gonna start on Raiden, use a skill and use a normal attack. I was trying to get Adeptus Temptation here in my starting hand so I can one-shot Yelan before she can use a burst, but unfortunately I don't get it. And to make things worse, my dice suck. So it's not too bad because I did get 3 aligned dice, so I can at least use Moon Piercer to use Raiden's skill here. So first I put down the Sealy and I use Moon Piercer. Then I tune the other Moon Piercer, and then I just use the skill. Next, I'm planning to tune the Hash Bounce so that I can use Raiden's normal attack. And then now, unfortunately, they have a fast action switch, so they'll switch to the station and end their round first, meaning that the first thing next round, they're just going to one-shot Raiden and I can't burst anymore. So basically, the game is already lost. So yeah, that's just how TCG is. I mean, they got LITM round 1 and they started first, and then that's it. I can't do anything. I lose. It's that simple. Fun game, I know. So here they just kill Raiden, of course, and I put out Shenhe. I start off with a skill to get the nice super conduct. Now since I do have Woven here, I'm planning to use a normal attack followed by Shenhe's burst. Some of you might be wondering why I chose to use a skill if I don't even have enough cryo dice for a burst. Like maybe I could have done 2 normal attacks instead. And the reason is, by losing Raiden, I'm already so far behind in damage that I kinda just have to go for the skill no matter what, because otherwise I'll just be too far behind. Now I do manage to get Yelan before she uses a burst, but I also didn't get Raiden's burst, and they did deal more damage, so I guess it's still better than for them. I start off with a normal attack. I mean, there's not much else for me to do. And then now the Lotus up the station, which is just amazing, I guess. At first when I got Yelan, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can actually get back into this game. But with the Lotus and Gamblers on station, that's not happening at all. Here, like, you thought I won? Nope, I haven't lost yet. I mean, it's kind of a given that if they have 2 dice remaining, they definitely have a 3rd one somewhere, so yeah. All things considered, this was pretty close, so not bad I guess, but GG.
The scourge of evil remains.
For game number 2, we're going up against Yelan Magic again because that's just how the meta is right now. This is the only deck you will ever face. This and Finale. That's it. So once again, I'm going to start on Raiden this time. But this time I start first, so I don't have to worry about the station one-shotting me. Unless they also have Tandoori Chicken as well. I mean, that's just insane. Okay. Basically, I don't have to worry about station as much. So anyway, I just start off with a skill again. Again, I use Moon Piercer because my dice kinda suck. And I use a skill. Now at first I was quite excited to one-shot Yelan with Adeptus, but they saw through it and they used the Lotus. So now unless I get Shattering Ice, which I actually get here, I can't one-shot Yelan, except now I can because I have Shattering Ice, wow. So now it's my turn to get lucky and I'm just gonna instantly win here by one-shotting Yelan. That's the entire game. You're welcome. And plus I have Gamblers, so that's just insane. 3 useful cards on round 2 to just one-shot Yelan. You gotta love it. Now of course they put out the station to one-shot Raiden. I'm not sure if it's the right choice to one-shot Raiden, since now I get a free switch to Shun her and I can use a burst as well. I think maybe freezing Raiden with Sinora might have been better, because then if I switch, I can't use Shun her's burst anymore.
The pale flame smolders.
So now that Yelan is gone, I don't have to worry about her stupid burst anymore, and now I can just spam my skills and basically do whatever I want, and I should win this. Now here I switch to Chongyun because if I take out Sinora here, she'll go into a pyro phase and her burst will be able to one-shot Shun her. I don't want to allow that, so that's why I switch to Chongyun. And now, I noticed that since I have these 2 summons and I also have Fresh Wind of Freedom, I don't actually have to attack now, I can just heal up and end my round. Now, whatever they do, these 2 summons are going to deal their damage, and then I can just use Chongyun with Fresh Wind of Freedom to get a double kill. So like I said, just Fresh Wind of Freedom, 1 elemental skill, and then just burst. I mean, a normal attack is enough actually. I didn't want to waste time tuning dice, so I just went for the normal attack. GG. Now for game number 3, we are going up against Finale here. And well, it's another very interesting game. One that you have never seen before. No, I'm kidding. This game just goes like every other Finale game. It's the most boring thing I've ever.
Stay close and you
So
will
dumb. Sigh. Okay, anyway, I just start on Raiden, and I'm gonna use a skill, normal attack.
by royal decree.
Now for the 3rd game in a row, my dice on round 1 suck, so again, for the 3rd game in a row, I have to use Moon Piercer to use Raiden's elemental skill.
Illusion shattered.
Which is not bad, I guess. How did I get Moon Piercer 3 games in a row in my starting hand? Okay. Well, I won't complain.
Commit it to memory.
Now, I was thinking if they would actually stay on Nahida here, because if they did, next round, my burst combined with Shattering Ice would be enough to take her out. So I guess they anticipated that, or Adeptus Temptation, so they switched to Lini before ending their round. The good thing for me is that now they've used their Arcane card, Covenant of Rock, so I don't have to worry about their Arcane card anymore. These dice aren't too bad, but they're also not too good. I have to tune some cards here again. I just use a burst, and then for sure they're going to take out Raiden, and then I'll just put out Shun her and use Shun her's burst. The Lotus is a bit annoying, but what can you do about it? Thankfully I got Blizzard Strayer, so I don't have to tune as many cards. Just have to tune Vorukasha here. I also used the Lotus of my own, since I had one extra die left over, and they were most likely going to attack me here. Now look, at this point, looking at this, I already felt like I was gonna win, because these 2 summons are going to deal a lot of damage, and then their summons are going to switch me to Chongyun, and Chongyun with Gamblers, Fresh Wind of Freedom and Shattering Eyes, it's just a free double kill. And after I get my double kill, I mean, that's just GG. What are they gonna do about it? to top it off, my dice were actually pretty good for once. Insanely good actually. So now I just used the 3 cards I mentioned earlier and use a normal attack to take out Fischl, since a normal attack was enough. I didn't have to use the skill there. Now they put out Linny, so again I just normal attack again.
Quick, drop curtains.
And now for sure they're gonna revive. I kind of felt like they were gonna revive, but it's fine because I would still win this. They do overload me over to Shinta. And then I realized that there's no point in me attacking here because it's much better for my summons to... Because if I kill Fischl here, then my summons will only deal 4 damage to Nahida, which doesn't even take her out. So it's much better for me to just end my round here, and at the start of next round, I can just one-shot Nahida. The only thing that could have thwarted my plan was if they had a second Friday, but that's pretty unlikely. So I figured this was just the plan, the way to go. I managed to get enough cryo dice for my burst, so I decided I might as well just end it with a nice Adeptus Temptation burst. GG.
Submit for judgment.
Now for the 4th game, we're going up against Finale again. Wow, fun game. Actually this game was pretty interesting because they didn't just do the same thing like every other Finale player I've ever played against, because this guy is actually pretty insane at the game. So you'll see what he does on here on round 1. Once again, I start off on Raiden, hoping to use her elemental skill, normal attack, and then burst on round 2. And once again, my dice suck, but this time I don't get Moon Piercer, so that's kinda sad.
By royal decree.
Anyway, I used Strategize first to fish for some cards, and I actually got Moon Piercer, so we're back to where we started. And now they switched to Linny instead of Nahida, and this is terrible for me because they're going to overload me, and then I can't use Raiden's burst anymore. So why wasn't I worried about this like usually? And the answer is, usually I still have 4 dice here. But here I had to use both Moon Piercer and Strategize, so I only have 3 dice left. What this means is that I can't switch, because if I switch, I can't use a second attack on round 1, and that's just terrible. Whereas if I had 4 dice, I would just switch to Shenhe here, and they would do their attack, and then I'll use Shenhe's skill. And then sure, the summons will overload me over the Chongyun, but now Chongyun has 2 Icy Quills to work with, and that's very much playable. But now I can't do that. But anyway, here I think I should have just normal attacked anyway, because, well, looking at my cards, there's nothing else I can do, right? But first I want to check their dice. Okay, yeah, their dice was suitable for both Nahida and Linny. Yikes. Okay. So here I think I should have just normal attacked anyway, but
Time for some training.
my dumbass decided to switch to Chongyun with Voru Kasha, and now they just switch back to Nahida.
Grow.
And then I switch back to Raiden again, which is pretty hilarious, but at this point I've already lost. They dealt 5 damage, which will be 7, and whereas I've dealt 1. Then there's no way I'm winning this. So yes, either I get luckier on that starting hand, or I just normal attack and don't do weird things again.
I will do as you command.
Now I switched to Shenhe because I don't want Raiden dying. So again, I'm doing even more weird stuff, just switching around. It's kinda depressing to watch. At the very least, I had a Lotus here, so I'm safe from 1 attack.
Stay close and you will live.
I switched back to Raiden because I want Linny to kill Raiden so that I can use I haven't lost yet to charge up Shenhe's burst. Unfortunately, I don't have Woven in my hand, so I can't use it this round. If I could use it this round, I might actually be back in the game, to be honest. But nope, I don't have it. Now here for this round, I was thinking that with Blizzard Strayer, you can actually attack 3 times with 8 dice. So that's why I didn't use the hash brown here to heal Shenhe, because I wanted to attack 3 times. Normally, I would have healed Shenhe, but when I'm this far behind in damage, I didn't want to just heal Shenhe. I wanted to go all out on the offense. But this backfired when they put out a Lotus, and that's just game over. Like, come on, what do I do against this? I just use a normal attack to break the Lotus. Then I guess I can take out Linny with my skill. But then that Chongyun only has 7 HP left against these 2 behemoths. Nothing I can do. And to finish it off, they just use Adeptus Temptation. They didn't even need it, by the way. They could have just used the burst and then the summon would finish Chongyun off. GG. Now for game number 5, we are going up against Bennett, Station and Klee. This deck is really strong in, I guess, both offense and defense, because it can heal and deal a ton of damage using Bennett's burst. So ideally, again, the best case scenario is that you just start first and then you get Adeptus Temptation in your hand, so you can use Raiden to one-shot Bennett on round 2. But that's pretty hard to get. In fact, they start first. So here I started on Chongyun because of the station. Why? And that's because of Lightning Rod. So what I want them to do is, now they apply Pyro on Chongyun, and now I switch to Raiden, so they can't use the station skill to deal a ton of damage basically. Imagine if I start on Raiden, and then they use Bennett's burst followed by the station skill, and Bennett's skills followed by their station skill. Then I can't burst anymore. So that's why I did this. And now I got my 2 energy up, and I guess I'm pretty much looking good. For now. For now. Emphasis on for now. So now of course they're going to use their burst, and I'll just use my burst as well. Pretty standard stuff. Okay, I actually got a crap ton of cryo dice. It's not too good when I need electro dice, but I guess it's better than nothing, since I'm gonna use Shenhe's burst as well later. Now I just tune a couple of cards because I definitely need to use Raiden's burst here or I'm just gone. And now they switch to the station, and the station deals 8 damage, by the way. This skill deals 8 damage with overload. I know, it's dumb. How? So Raiden's confirmed dead. I guess that's okay because she's already done her job. She's gotten me my energy. I'm just gonna switch to Shenhe and use her burst. But things start to go downhill when they pull out Gamblers. Without Gamblers, I mean, this is just no problem at all, but they have Gamblers. I hate Gamblers. I hate it. I hate it so much. So okay, now they switch to Klee because, well, I guess that's just how you play this deck, because they want to apply Pyro on Shenhe as well so that the station can just one-shot her. Now thanks to Lotus, I can follow the plan for now. I use a Sealy followed by a Lotus. And I use the skill. Okay, I use a normal attack. Never mind. Now they use their skill. Now I tune a card and then just use my skill. But now that I'm looking back at it, I think I shouldn't have used the Sealy, because now, as you can see, they can just switch back to the station. And once again, one-shot Shenhe, which is just ridiculous. You would think you would be safe with 8 HP, but you're not. You're not, because of, oh my god, Lightning Rod, I hate it. So if I didn't use the Sealy here, I could have used another Lotus on Chongyun, so that Chongyun won't die instantly. Okay, here, just look at it, man. Now they take out Shenhe, one shot, 4 dice, and now they just one shot Chongyun. GG. I guess the Lotus wouldn't have helped much anyway. Yeah, depressing.